Back with another individual team mock draft. This time we're going to do the Houston Texans. Houston Texans are a team that they're just in such a unique scenario. Obviously, they have a ton of draft capital from the Deshaun Watson trade. That's pretty much all they have. They don't have much talent on their roster whatsoever. So while there is some players who I like and some players who could do well, definitely have plenty of holes they need to fill. So we're going to see how they can find a way to do that in the first 3 rounds. So let's just get into it. They're not going to have them trade up to pick first overall. I don't think. I'm fine with either one of, definitely not going to do it now because the Panthers selected Anthony Richardson first overall. Okay, a dream scenario, one that is technically possible. There has been some people talking about could Richardson go first overall. It's an option on the table. I think the Texans definitely hope it happens. They would love to get their pick of the litter. Listen, I think a lot of people would go Bryce Young. I'm a CJ Stroud guy. I am. So I'm going to pick CJ Stroud. Maybe, I don't think Stroud's going to go first overall. I think Young is. So I think they'll end up with Stroud either way. I think that if this happens, they probably would go with Bryce Young. Either way, though, I think they're getting a good player. And now we are here at pick 12. And to me, this is actually another easy one. Give me Quentin Johnson. I think he could be a great outside option. They need receiving help. They do. Again, Nico Collins is solid. Robert Wilson is solid. Robert Woods, is solid. I'm not sure if John Mechie will be able to play. I hope he can because I really like him as a player. Dalton Schultz should help out, but they need that guy who can just win on the outside. And I really think that they could have that with Johnson. So, okay, here we go. Pick 33. This is where you kind of get to the point where, okay, you got your quarterback, you got your receiver. Don't even worry about need. And I think even with pick 12, if the receiver isn't there, don't chase it. Just get who you want. You don't have to get a receiver through the draft. But here, what helps your team? What gives you the best chance of getting a player who could be really good in the future? To me, the two guys I think about are Mazi Smith and DeJuan Jones, but I think I'm going to go Mazi Smith here. Pick 33. To me, he is the player who I like the best. So, just get the player you like the best. Who's the better player? Seems simple enough. Now we're going to, this spot where, again, Hendon Hooker off the board. He's someone I keep thinking maybe I would like to get in the later rounds because he's high on this board, but he keeps getting drafted a lot earlier. Where did he go in this mock draft? I don't know. I passed him at some point. But Hendon Hooker is not available. So where do I go with here? He went to pick 57. I'm here at 65. Because again, I know we drafted a quarterback, but why not take a chance on someone else? Get a backup plan. I'm a huge fan of the backup plan, but I feel like any quarterback that's available now will be available in another handful of picks. So I don't know if I'll go after one just quite yet. So what do? Let's just go after Nathaniel Dell. Nathaniel Dell, get another receiving option, and then we'll go Tanner McNee. Why not? Just as a backup plan in case, listen, rookie quarterbacks oftentimes don't work out. It's good to have a backup plan. When the Washington Redskins at the time made that trade for RG3, they also made sure they went out and they drafted Kirk Cousins later on, even though they gave up so many picks for RG3. On the Texans, I don't think it's crazy to do something similar. And PFF, as you see, agrees with me. As every pick gets at least an A. So overall draft grade an A. CJ Stroud A+, of course, getting that feels obvious. Him or Young would have been A+. Quentin Johnson is the perfect, fills a need, fills a want, and also is something that is just a great player. And I think worth a top 12 pick. Mazi Smith, kind of the same thing. I feel like I really like him a lot as a player. Now, I guess the question is, how much value is there in a good run stuffing interior defensive lineman? I don't know, but there's some. You didn't have Nathaniel Dell, who, again, just getting another receiver in the room, and then Tanner McNee getting another quarterback in the room and a backup plan in case what if CJ Stroud gets hurt for the year? Well, now it's a wasted year, but if you have Tanner McNee, well, you can see what can happen, and maybe he could do something and add some values. So, yeah, that is my Texans mock draft. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Always, I'm hearing from you. And, of course, as always, thanks for watching.